What's wrong with the Xbox having TV functions? What's wrong with the Xbox having TV functions? Hey guys, I don't get why everyone's pissed about the Xbox having TV functions. That is not the issue when it comes to Xbox One. Okay, TV functions, that's fine, whatever. Here's the issues when it comes to the Xbox One. Let me paint you guys a picture, okay? It's 2019. I have just purchased the Game of the Year Double Plus Good Doritos edition of Halo 2. It's a re-release. Once I get home, I put the disc in the console and a pop-up prompts me to buy the end user license. So I do. Spent $60, I now have the license. Now I own the game, as long as I comply with the terms. On the next screen, I purchase a multiplayer pass so I can play online with my friends. I'm also prompted to purchase server rights so I have priority over other players before getting dropped. Once I have finished designating my preferred server, Taco Bell ad plays. Using the Kinect, I hurriedly fold 3 virtual burritos in order to continue on to the next ad. It's a forward advertisement, but I'm too impatient for the second of the 3 ads to start up, so I spend 300 Microsoft points to skip the remaining ads. Finally, I join the server with my friends, but I notice I have what everyone calls the noob gun, and I remember that I forgot to purchase the gun pack. I run out of ammo and realize that pushing X hasn't done anything. After I die a few times, the tutorial pops up on the screen prompting me to continue. Say Doritos to reload. I shout Doritos at the screen so my weapon can reload. This guy I just killed dropped an energy sword. Yay! But I can't use it because I haven't purchased a DLC for that energy sword. Now my preferred server begins to lag. I can't do anything because I've lost connection. Oh my gosh! Text flashes across my screen. Piracy attempt! Piracy attempt! And so my Xbox One starts to spew sparks and it alerts the DHS reporting me for low-grade economic terrorism. The disk has probably finished melting by now. I receive an email to my Google Eye informing me that Microsoft has banned me from Xbox Live. My entire digital library of music, television shows, and downloaded games are now all gone. They're also charging a $10,000 piracy penalty to my account. Is that the future you guys want to have? Because that's what's going to happen if you guys just fall into this corporate greedy crap. Let's go down the list here and just list all that's bad with the Xbox One. Number 1, no self-publishing for indies. All the huge indie developers are pissed. Don't believe me? Look it up. They also used a fake applause at the reveal. Isn't that nice? Kinect will always have to be on. Always. And you do know that Kinect always on monitoring / recording will be against EU laws, right? Just saying. I don't know how they're going to get away with that. If you read the Xbox patent on Kinect, it basically illustrates a way for Kinect to develop more than one person watching a movie and charge them extra for multiple people viewing the same movie. The system checks every 24 hours to see if you are online. And if you're not online, what do you get? A lockup of the system. There'll be no more video game collecting. There'll be no more reasons to have any physical form of video games. Why? You go and buy the disc, you install it onto your console, it links up with your account, you put in the game code or whatever, the disc is no longer useful. Well, that could be a use for the disc still, the display or whatever, right? Let's say another issue arises from this as well. Let's think GameStop. Any place that sells used games, they're gone. There's no point for them anymore. Also, what about places like Walmart, Target, or anywhere? Or why would there be any reason to go and buy any video game in any store, period? Okay, if you're going to go buy a game and you put it into your system and then install into it, why not just go to the online store and purchase it that way and download it to the system? The system has to be online anyways, right? So obviously you're going to have internet, so you're going to download it from the store, so there's no point going to the actual store and purchasing the game in physical means. There's going to be no point for that disc anyway once you sync it to an account. So there goes the video game marketing to who? To monopolies. There goes all other distributors selling video games, making money that way. Now it's going to be locked down as tight as possible to Microsoft. And why won't other companies follow suit? If this actually works and people actually buy into this garbage, what's stopping Sony from doing this? What's stopping Nintendo from doing this? Why would anyone support this corporate greed? Makes no sense. Let's go back to Kinect here. Okay, so let's say you're sitting on the couch and you're playing a game. What's stopping your little sister from being American Idol? and it switched over to American Idol. Well, you may say, well, the Kinect will be able to detect voice. Okay, so let's say it is that good, and it will only detect the person's voice who's holding the controller, right? Okay, let's say it is able to detect your voice, and they are not that mean to pull the controller from you and yell things. Well, what about people who talk with hand gestures, as I do all the time? So you're sitting there and you're talking to your friend on the couch while you're playing a game. First of all, you say certain things and your Xbox is going to react to that. So you'd be playing Halo and you'll be like, man, I do love the Xbox. It's awesome. And the Xbox would be like, huh? Awesome. And it changed to a TV show called Awesome, and there goes you switching it back to your game. You know how annoying that's going to be? But back to the gestures. I talk with my hands all the time, so I'm using gestures when I'm talking. Microsoft's going to think I'm using gestures to do certain commands with the game or the TV show or switching between apps. What's going to stop all that from happening? That's going to be extremely annoying. Or if any movement whatsoever, just, people walking by, people using hand gestures. I mean, you're going to be doing crazy crap when you don't mean to be. Or maybe Microsoft is just watching you that closely through the Kinect. They'll know when you mean to do commands and you don't, since they'll be watching your every movement and watching your entire lives unfold in front of their eyes. Ooh. Oh, and the quality of that camera, it's not like it's a crappy camera either. That's a 1080p camera there. They'll definitely be able to see every little tiny detail you do in your home. You do know where that camera goes to, and you do know what the system is connected to Microsoft servers. So anything and everything you possibly do, privacy will not exist anymore. Yay! So what's going on here? Well, they try to stick cameras everywhere, but they can't stick them in bathrooms. They can't walk up, knock on your door. Yes, I'd like to stick a camera in your house. Well, they're getting away with having a camera in your house now by putting it into your favorite system, the Xbox. Oh, now I'll have a camera in my home. But, they won't spy on me. No. Why would they care? Well, if somebody knocked on your door and asked, hey, can you put this camera in your house? Would you actually allow them to do it? You'd be like, no, and close the door right on them. But since you get an Xbox along with it, why, sure, yes, come watch my every movement. Guys, you guys are so stupid. Really. Okay. Kinect out of the way, right? So, the Xbox, it's going to have 500 gigabyte hard drive. That's decent size. It's doable, right? Right? No, because the games require mandatory installs. Did you remember that? And do you remember what that drive that is on the new Xbox? It's a Blu-ray drive. Well, first of all, every time somebody purchases an Xbox, some money go to Sony because Sony actually owns the rights to the Blu-ray drive. It's a little fun fact, but anyway, so you get a game, you put it in, install it. You know how much space was with the Blu-ray disc? 25 to 50 gigabytes. Metal Gear Solid 4, you know how big that game was? It was actually 47 gigabytes. So, that's a last-gen game. You can expect games to be 30 to 50 gigs, and that's pretty normal. If anything, I'm expecting maybe even games to have 2 discs with that. Anyway, but that's going a bit out there. So let's just say a game is 30 gigabytes, right, and you install it. Well, how many games could you really get with a 500 gigabyte hard drive and 30 gigabyte games installs? Okay, people are having issues with installing like maybe 1 or 2 games onto their hard drive. What about every single game you have to install and it being that size? Also, the Microsoft operating system, and I quote, will be substantial amount of hard drive space. You do realize this. So let's just say it's like 10 gigs, right, of that 500, and you install, about 20 games and that's it? What about all your video files you're downloading? What about all the, trailers, Xbox Live titles, all that crap, okay? It's gonna take very quickly to fill the hard drive up. So what do you have to do now? I need to go buy a bigger hard drive. That's more money you're giving to them. And you're not just being able to buy any hard drive. You really think that they're just going to let you plug in an external hard drive that you buy out any other old store and plug it all in there and there's a terabyte extra right there? No. You're going to have to buy Microsoft-specific Xbox One hard drives. You know how much those are going to be. Go look at how much the Xbox 360 hard drives are. And just think about a new market with them. Yeah, fun stuff. So guys, don't buy into this system. don't think it's a good idea whatsoever. There's so much bad that comes along with this, so much corporate crap. Please don't support it. Be smart for once. Okay, I get it. You know, let's say you're an Xbox fanboy, or let's just say you really enjoy your Xbox 360 and your first Xbox you owned. Not to be confused with Xbox One. And you know, you bought tons of games, your library's full, you have tons of Xbox Live Arcade games, your gamer score's through the roof, and you want to continue that legacy. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that is, first, you won't even be able to bring that stuff over there anyway. You'll be able to bring over your achievement points. That's about it. But you realize what you're supporting when you make that purchase, okay? Be smart. You know, if you don't want to go the Sony route, and you just hate Sony with the passion, and hate Nintendo, and I will never support them too, go buy a gaming PC. Then go the PC route. At least look on YouTube and find videos to where you can build a machine for like $400 that surpass anything you'd be playing next gen anyway. You know, it's just not smart. It isn't. It's a really, really bad investment to get into, and you'll be supporting very bad things. And the gaming industry does not need to go in this direction. Please don't let it get any further. Please show that you will not be supporting this stuff. Boycott as much as you can. And, you know, maybe by the time Microsoft releases the consoles, they change their mind because people like us are making their voice heard, and they realize it's not going to work out, and they change a lot of things, okay? So even if you have to, no matter what, buy an Xbox One, okay? At least go into those Xbox official forums, go wherever you need to go, and spew the word of you will not stand for them doing what they're doing with this console, what they're doing to the gaming market. Because if it does work, guys, let's say you're a Sony fanboy, and well, I don't care if Microsoft does all that, I'm not going to get the system anyway. If it works, that stuff, Sony's going to be doing the same crap. Do you not realize this? Okay? So even if you don't support them, you got to make your voice heard. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Bye.